everyone and happy Friday. Today, as you can tell from the title, I'm going to be doing another 50 facts about me video, and this will definitely be the last. This was incredibly hard to figure out 50 new facts about myself that I didn't say in my first 50 facts about me video. I was so incredibly awkward in that video. I had like no emotions in that video. I don't know if I'm like that in all of my earlier videos. Let's just get right into it. The first fact, I've had my photo taken for a newspaper. My school, we were all in it. It was just me. You can see me like a itty little bit. I think my mom does have the newspaper somewhere, but we pretty much, some of us got in red shirts, some of us got in white shirts, some of us got in blue shirts, and we created the American flag. I don't know what the newspaper was about, like about us, or what about our school, or what, but I was technically on the front page of a newspaper. So. Oh, this is a repeated fact from my last video. I don't know how I didn't notice this. I have 3 stepsisters and 4 stepbrothers. And I have 2 half-brothers. When I was younger, I was approached a few times for child modeling. And of course, my mom, being protective, said no to both. I think it was 2 times that it happened. And my mom said no to both. It would have been really interesting to see what would have happened to my life if she would have said yes. It could have been a good experience or a bad experience for me. It would have been kind of interesting to know how it went. It may have been 1st or 2nd grade. My best friend and I performed Bop to the Top in our school talent show, and if you want to call it performed, she performed. I just kind of moved my hands and made her hold the mic and just kind of went like this. And I cried afterwards because we really wanted to perform it, but she got scared too, but I got more scared. And she was the one kind of pulling all the weight. But yeah, I cried because I was really embarrassed afterwards. In 6th grade, I skipped a lot of my art class periods. It was when we had moved to South Korea, and I was very anxious. I didn't talk to anyone anymore, and I had no idea how to get to the art class. I had no idea where it was in the school. And because I couldn't figure it out where it was myself, and I was too scared to go ask anyone else, I just ditched for an hour into the stalls of the bathroom and just waited until the period was over. Then went to my other classes. English and art were my favorite classes in school. Not that art class, but in high school specifically, English and art were my favorite subjects. My favorite food is hot wings. However, maybe I shouldn't say wings because I don't eat anything with bone in it, so basically hot nuggets. When I was younger, I listened to Miley Cyrus, Demi Lovato, and Selena Gomez. I listened to all their songs. However, Selena Gomez was my favorite out of the 3 music-wise. This one's a little random, and you can tell at this point I was kind of struggling to like think of things. My friend and I broke into an empty house. We didn't really break into it. It was unlocked. But we did leave soon afterwards because we were 100% sure we did hear something in the house. I own 0 clothing items with yellow in it. For the longest time, I used to go with not drinking coffee because I don't know how old I was. My mom doesn't even remember this situation, but she had given me some coffee to drink when I was younger, and it really upset my stomach for whatever reason. I don't know if I drank it too fast or what, but I ended up throwing up all over our kitchen. That kind of made me be disgusted by coffee for so many years. I still can't stand the smell of coffee. When I was younger, I always wanted to be a veterinarian. I never drink the last sip of soda. I just find the last sip, the last itty little bit, to be really disgusting tasting. I don't know why. I think horses are beautiful and I love to pet them and stuff whenever I get the chance. However, I am terrified of riding a horse. My favorite board game is Monopoly. However, I have played it very few times to where I've been able to actually finish the game, but it is my favorite board game. This one I don't particularly like. So I have dimples. My left one is easier to see. Right one doesn't always come out as much as it used to. When I was younger, I hated it when everyone said, "Oh, look at her dimples." Yeah, I got dimples. I think they're cute on other people. I don't particularly like them on me. My favorite TV show is Friends. My favorite song is Answer by ATEEZ, although She's in the Rain by The Rose is a close second as well. This is more of like a weird fact that I don't know if it's actually a fact. It's more of just me realizing something. Recently discovered that chicken fried steak is not actually chicken, it's steak. So this is really hard to explain, especially when I don't know what this thing is called, But when I was a baby, the thing in the back of my throat, you know, the little flap that is supposed to close, you know. But when I was younger, that did not close for me, and that caused me to projectile vomit. It's a fun fact for you. Can you tell I was struggling with these facts? I don't know how people make multiple facts about me videos. I was a major Disney kid. I liked Nickelodeon, but I was definitely Disney is better kind of kid. I was definitely a Disney kid. I liked Nickelodeon. Hated Cartoon Network because everything on there terrified me. I've had surgery on my ears and have had tubes be put in. I have something wrong with my ears that I can't remember what it's called. But the tubes were put in and then they eventually fell out. They're supposed to fall out. I could always have them put back in because they were supposed to help with my hearing. Next fact is I am 100% sure that I have given myself a concussion. That I did give myself a concussion, not present, past tense. I don't know if you can tell, but there's this little black foam stuff on my end table, inside my end table, because I had a very bad habit of, unknowingly, obviously, banging my head up against my end table while I was sleeping. One night, I woke up with some severe pain in my head and realized, oh, I hit my head on the end table. Went back to sleep. Woke up the next day, pain was still there. Throughout the day, I ended up feeling really dizzy, really faint, and just pretty much all of these symptoms that you hear about when someone has a mild concussion. Didn't go to the ER though, because we were just trying to play it out and see how it went, but I will not lie, I was absolutely terrified that I was going to die in my sleep that night. A friend of mine and I don't know what made us do this. We found a spider. I think I was less scared of bugs then, obviously. We caught the spider and we put it in like this little box, see-through clear box thing. It's like a little pop-up lid. We made like a little ecosystem for the spider and we actually fed it bugs that we caught. We caught flies for this thing and it became our pet spider for weeks. I don't know if it was her dad or her brother, but they opened the lid, the spider crawled out on like the edge of the lid, and then they closed the lid. The spider, we named her Charlotte. She died. Oh no, we named her Wilbur. Set up like a little tombstone for her and everything. And you can tell I'm struggling with facts here. But the next fact is I love the smell of green chilies. I think they smell so yummy. I'm pretty sure that I am allergic to chocolate. Whenever I eat chocolate or too much chocolate, my throat will really burn. I collect K-pop albums, owls, and stuffed animals. My most listened to song this year so far is Goblin or Favorite Boys by Ace. My least favorite season is fall. I just find it really dreary and wet. The colors are pretty. That's the only thing I like about fall. My favorite place in the world is Yellowstone. The book that I have read the most times is Into the Wild by Aaron Hunter. Speaking of books, my favorite book is How to Make Friends with the Dark. I cannot skate. I cannot rollerblade. I even do it when I'm holding on to the little thingy because I just get so scared of falling. The only sport I have found interesting enough to watch and enjoy watching is volleyball. I've never been to Disneyland or Disney World. I hope one of these days. I know people always say it's expensive and that the lines for the rides are too long and that the rides themselves are not entertaining and fun, but I just want to experience it for myself. My full name is ariel.culverson. Go along with that, I was named after a family member. Middle name is, yeah, middle name. I was named after a family member. I used to dye my hair red and I absolutely loved it. It wasn't like ginger red or anything bright like this. It was just like, you can probably hear Felix sniffing the camera. I kind of mentioned something like this similar with my previous 50 facts video, but I'm very picky with kind of meat that I eat. Really the only meat that I would love to eat is chicken and shrimp, lobster. I love lobster. Not a very big fan of pork or steak or anything else pertaining to that. I do not like ribs. I just do not like dark meat. The last time I was on a plane was when I was 15, and that was when we were coming back to the States. Car rides make me insanely tired, mainly if they're just longer than an hour is when they make me tired. I didn't get my driver's license until I was around 20. I could be wrong about the age. I'm pretty sure I was 20 though. My top 5 favorite movies is Edward Scissorhands, Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix, Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince. I'm aware that so many people dislike that movie. I understand why, and I agree with the fact that we should have gotten the villain's backstory. As I love the aesthetic of it, just love the grittiness of Half-Blood Prince so much. Titanic, and then finally Society of the Snow. Just fantastic, beautiful film. You're gonna hear me talking about it probably a lot. Even though I don't 100% identify with this, my MBTI, is that what it's called? Is ISTJT. My favorite chore is dusting. I just find it really satisfying. I am anemic currently. We're working on it, and hopefully with some iron supplements that will get fixed. I really enjoy watching true crime content like Eleanor Neal. I watch too many and I get extremely paranoid. So while I love true crime and true crime documentaries and stuff every once in a while, it is not something I could regularly watch because I get extremely paranoid that I will be murdered. My very first real pet was a cat named Shadow. I loved her. Yeah, I don't know what age I got her. I think I was 7 or 8. You can tell with these last two, I was really running out of fat. I think road trips are fun. I do not sleep with my pillows flat. I sleep with them angled because if I sleep with them flat, it kills my neck. I don't understand how people can sleep with their pillows just flat. That is the most interesting last fact I can think of. I hope you guys enjoyed. Some of them were weird. Some aren't the most interesting. But I hope you guys enjoyed nonetheless. I hope you guys have a wonderful Friday. And I will see you again next Friday. Bye-bye.